Today, spirited Halloween destinations, from a patch for picking pumpkins and an amazing maze to new features for finding your long-lost ancestors.
Travel with AAA's Discover Oklahoma.
Happy Halloween and welcome to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. I'm Jennifer Reynolds.
And I'm Jeff Roberts, and we've never looked better, have we?
You have to be the magic man tonight of all nights, right?
You know what? That's such a good idea, because after all, this place gets pretty magical around Halloween and scary things.
We are at Fright Fest at Frontier City, and this place is just crawling with ghouls and zombies, kind of like this guy here.
What? Have you looked in the mirror?
Do I look different?
We both look different.
A
No,
little
actually,
bit.
this is how we both look in the mornings.
Yeah, before we put our TV faces on. At any rate, come along, because Jeff's getting ready to take you on a horrific tour.
And welcome to Frontier City's Fright Fest. Hey, as you can see right here, these folks are all in line here at Frontier City's Fright Fest to be scared to death in the haunted house that they have here. In fact, it is a frightful experience that'll every corner of a boo will happen. So we're going to find out what all is going on here at Frontier City during Fright Fest. Come on, let's go see what else is going on.
Fright Fest has really become a legacy for Frontier City. It's something that people look forward to every fall. It started in 1990 as kind of an activity to expand our operating season, and it started with a haunted house, and it's kind of grown since then into kind of the whole area of the park has been themed for Halloween, and it's a lot of fun.
Fright Fest at Frontier City, several reasons. One, the cooler temps. We don't have to deal with the summer heat here in Oklahoma. And these rides, open to close. You can't beat it. And then, of course, you can check out the haunted house. But seriously, rides like this, why wouldn't you want to come to Fright Fest?
You know, there's really things for all ages. Now, we go big at Frontier City. The Big Spider's a 40-foot fun inflatable that's climbing up the side of the Wildcat roller coaster, and he's all lit up at night with cool colors and things. But in the park, there's things for little kids under the age of 12. They can go trick-or-treating in our Booville trick-or-treat trail. Every night they can get a bag full of candy and have fun in a great, safe environment. Then really at dusk, at about 7 o'clock every night during Halloween is really where it's kind of the changing of the guard, where the ghouls come out. We have a big parade. We have a hearse that goes through. We have a casket that's carried by some pallbearers that walk through the park, and there's music, and all of the ghouls kind of walk through, and it's really where we change over into the fun nighttime scary business.
So, isn't this cool? Every night of Fright Fest, a monster parade, just like you're seeing right now. Of course, I get to ride shotgun in the hearse.
And that's what's so fun. That's what people like so much about the holiday, is getting scared and getting hyped up and getting chased by a guy with a chainsaw. I mean, what other time of the year do you think that's something you'd want to go do other than Halloween? So people love it.
Fright Fest in Frontier City, an absolute blast. Trust me, you'll have a great time. For Discover Oklahoma, I'm Jeff Roberts.
Has anyone pointed out to you that you have this big bite mark?
Yeah, the zombie did. Yeah. See, we're scaring folks here at Frontier City's Fright Fest. But Shel Wagner, she's out doing some haunting in a cemetery as well. We should check that out.
She's got into this whole genealogy thing, so she went to Cement to discover her roots.
I recently discovered a brand of travel itinerary that's new for me, genealogical tourism. Traveling back to your roots. And there's a new feature on TravelOK.com that can get you started. My Wagner relatives hail from Caddo County, and a few clicks on TravelOK quickly linked me with a directory of the Cement Cemetery, where I found a listing for my great-great-grandparents, Hannah and Isaiah Wagner. I instantly wanted to know more about them, to get a sense of their lives, and to walk a while in their boots. So I cruised down to southwestern Oklahoma to the town of Cement, not cement, you outsider, to spend the day as a genealogical tourist. Lots of small towns have museums, and lucky for me, Cement has a nice one. Mayor Alice Ladyman is the area's unofficial 411, and she volunteered to be my guide. Established in 1902, this town sprung up around a cement mill and rock crusher. Mayor Ladyman told me about oil discovery in the area, that my relatives had owned a hardware and furniture store, and that the craggy topography of the region appealed to outlaws who were looking for a place to hide their loot. Do people think it's still there, the loot?
Well, yeah, a lot of people think it is.
Jesse James had a girlfriend in Cement and spent quite a bit of time here with her. I wondered if my family had known him. Then Alice showed me a history book of Cement's first 100 years, and there among the pages was a photo of my great-great-grandmother posing on her front porch, circa 1910. Did this house still stand? I had to find out. Loaded with the flavor of the town and its history, I headed out to see if I might catch a glimpse of my ancestors. Though Cement is no longer a large city, around 500 people today, it still took me a while to digest it, to brush away the full century that attempts to cloak the town's storied persona, the building that was once Wagner Hardware and Furniture, the unique geographic landmark known as Spindletop, where I could almost hear my grandfather and my great-grandfather playing here as children. A bit more driving and my heart leapt, because there it was, my great-great-grandmother's house. On the porch where she had stood more than 100 years ago, I thought about how differently my life is from hers, and I wondered what her hopes and dreams had been for her family here in this rugged country. The owner invited me inside, and I took in the view of Cement from the upstairs bedroom and imagined my ancestors gazing over a similar scene from this very window. The day was the most magical type of treasure hunt, the kind where you learn as much about yourself as you do your family tree. I mean, that's my chin. It's easy to see why genealogy is among America's fastest growing hobbies. The Oklahoma Genealogy Society, along with several extensive genealogy libraries in our state, can help in your journey. And TravelOK.com can get you started. In Cement, I'm Shel Wagner.
Well, hopefully you're not getting scared off just yet, because coming up we've got some pumpkin carving that I'm going to lend a hand with.
Adam Beatty, our man about towns, takes us to Ardmore in search of the great pumpkin when AAA's Discover Oklahoma continues.
I hope we didn't forget anything.
I think we're all set.
Hard to believe Megan is in college.
Do you remember how she cried and cried when we dropped her off at kindergarten?
We were both crying.
Good thing we're only a few hours away. Last box. You can call us tomorrow.
I will, Daddy.
And one more thing. You're gonna need these.
No way. Are you kidding? Can I get Mom's car?
Okay, sweetheart, but you have to be careful. Now, I put the AAA insurance policy and the membership information in the glove box.
Just in case anything should happen.
Okay.
I'm really glad we switched our auto insurance to AAA. Really saved us some money. Not to mention peace of mind.
It's nice knowing AAA will be there if her car ever breaks down, too.
John, are those tears I see?
No.
AAA Auto Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
And welcome back to What? It's AAA's Discover Oklahoma. We're doing the scary thing. I'm trying to get into character here. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, there
We're
you
here
go.
at Fright Fest this week here at Frontier City.
But if you're looking for a kinder, gentler Halloween destination, our little pumpkin Adam Beatty has found just the place for you.
Woodbine Farms is this week's agritourism adventure.
What's up, Oklahomies? Today we are outside Ardmore, Oklahoma at the Woodbine Farms Pumpkin Patch, and I'm on my annual hunt for the elusive great pumpkin. We're gonna go inside and see if we can find any more information. Come on. Now I'm here today with
Caleb?
Mr. Caleb. How are you doing?
Good.
Are you having fun out here at Woodbine Farms?
Yeah.
Now, what would you say is your favorite animal that you've seen?
Probably the rabbits.
The rabbits? They're right over there. We're gonna have to get a shot of them here in a second. Now I have a very important question to ask you. Very, very important. Have you seen the great pumpkin?
No.
Do you even know who the great pumpkin is?
No.
Okay. Maya, have you seen the great pumpkin? Have you seen it around? I know you spend a lot of time out here. So if you could, give me some information, maybe? Nothing at all? You seem a little occupied.
I'll get back to you later, okay? You have a good one, all right? What's up, Burrow? You got a sick mohawk, too, don't you? All right, well, if you guys haven't seen the Great Pumpkin, then I'm gonna have to go on. I've got a lot more people and animals to ask, so y'all have a good one. Can you just kind of name off the things you have to offer here for the kids to do?
Well, we have hay ride. We have sand pile, and then as we grew a little bit, we had to put in another sand pile and put in a bounce house. And we have numerous picnic tables and areas where people can go and sit and just visit, eat, and go from there. We've got a rope maze, a number of places where they can have pictures taken. We have animals, llama, goat, miniature donkey, miniature pony.
Well, that was probably my favorite part, the animals. I'm a sucker for animals. Now, I really came here to find the Great Pumpkin, and I think you might be the man to ask. So, is there any truth to the rumor?
There could be. There could be some things you have to look for. But I don't know that I could really share those with you right now. You know, some of those are secrets.
I'd like to thank all the folks at Woodbine Farms for showing us such a great time. I'd like to thank the kids. I'd like to thank the animals, everyone. It's been a blast. And I wasn't able to find the Great Pumpkin, unfortunately, but my search will continue next year. So Woodbine Farms, Ardmore, Oklahoma, I'm Adam Beatty.
You know, Ardmore has another agritourism adventure up its sleeve.
We sent our Dino Lally, who claims to be a man who knows where he's going in life, to test out that claim.
Brown Ranch Hay Maze is where he's going, but isn't Dino always kind of in a haze?
A little bit?
Yeah, let's see what he found out.
It was around 2003 that Larry and Danielle Brown wanted to do something special, and what started out as a small maze has grown into this. And if you listen, you can actually hear the sounds of success. But these kids are doing more than just having fun. This is actually a learning experience as well.
Well, I've always enjoyed the time with kids and the education of kids and stuff. For them to come out and experience that ranch stuff is a real pleasure to me. I like for them to understand about agriculture and to understand what it actually takes to put food on the table for them. And when you get them out in an atmosphere that's on a ranch and they understand about cattle and they understand about hay and they understand about all those things, it makes it enjoyable for me.
We don't get any. And when Larry takes the kids out on a hayride, he stops for a minute and talks with them about that very thing, about agriculture and what it takes to make it in the agriculture community. School groups, church groups, a lot of people come from as far away as 50 and 60 miles and even further to come here and enjoy and learn. And how much fun is it to learn on 500,000 pounds of hay grown right here?
Here at the Brown Ranch Hay Maze, they have all kinds of fun activities, but my favorite, just with the name alone, is called the chicken chunk. Now what that involves is, I think you get the point. And I think you guys had way too much fun throwing those at me, okay?
Larry and his wife Danielle have come up with most of the ideas for the activities, but because they have such a large repeat customer base, they want to keep things fresh and new.
Some of the things that we had in the past we don't have anymore because we want it new for everybody that comes out and we want something different to do. So this year we have actually 3 new things. We have the Giddy Up Gliders, which is the zip lines that we have over there. And also one of the new things that we have this year, we put in the new slingshot shooting thing that we have.
Now for the record, the Brown Ranch Hay Maze is strictly a fall type destination. They don't do any of the scary activities one might find around this time of the year.
Here at our place, when we started this years ago, one of our emphasis was to actually just put it into an atmosphere that was just a fall ranch atmosphere. So we don't have a spook house. We don't do anything spooky here or anything like that. All we do actually is just the maze and the fall activities that are just agriculture related.
Fun learning combined with agriculture, that's agritourism at its best. At the Brown Ranch Hay Maze in Ardmore, I'm Dino Lally.
With plenty of deep-rooted destinations across our state, agritourism is Oklahoma's growing adventure. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, cavernous digs to die for.
Shel Wagner tours a home that zigs and zags into the Tulsa hillside. It's guaranteed to haunt your imagination when AAA's Discover Oklahoma returns.
Hey, how's Kara doing?
Great. Absolutely loves being in college.
Sam?
Just started driving.
Watch out.
Yeah, we just added him to our AAA membership. Smart move.
I'm just glad we have good insurance.
Who do you guys use?
We switched over to AAA auto insurance. With another driver in the house, it just made sense to check out pricing. AAA saved us a ton.
I didn't know they had insurance too.
Yeah, auto, home, and life.
Remember that time when we snuck Dad's car out and got that flat?
Here they go again.
Well, AAA came and fixed it, and the folks never found out.
Found out what?
Nothing, Dad.
Talking about the time you two snuck the car out while we were gone.
You knew?
Well, of course. Why do you think Mom and I added you girls to our AAA membership? Never told you I always check the odometer, did I?
Oh, great idea.
Thanks, Grandpa.
AAA Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
Welcome back to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. I'm Jennifer Reynolds.
And I'm Jeff Roberts.
We're scaring people to death out here at Fright Fest, Frontier City.
Yep, you know, and part of the haunted house deal is the corridors that zig and zag. Our Shel Wagner found a mansion that has the same thing. Kind of creepy.
Tulsa is on the world map of fine architecture for a downtown soaring with Art Deco treasures. But just a few blocks west of downtown is perhaps one of Tulsa's best-known buildings. It's a curiosity known as the Cave House, or sometimes the Flintstone House. The structure is what remains of the novel Cave Garden Restaurant, a 1920s venture of business partners Joseph Koberling Sr. and James Purser.
So during the day, people would eat outside at picnic tables and benches, and waitresses would help them. And then in the evening, from what I'm told, it was a speakeasy. You would come through and go through a tunnel that went through the fireplace, and it opened up into a big room under the hill.
That big room deep in the hillside has been sealed off by concrete walls, though nobody really knows why. And through the years, the quirky structure has attracted a host of eccentric occupants, including current owner Linda Collier.
I grew up, and like just about everybody else in Tulsa, had passed it and just wanted to see what it looked like inside. And so one day I read in the paper that it was for sale. They were highlighting it as a landmark, and I quickly ran over thinking I could sneak a peek, and ended up, once the door was opened and I just was smitten, ended up buying it, and I've loved it ever since.
The creative interior decor is all Linda and embraces the cave-esque theme while honoring previous occupants. Minivan seats as occasional chairs pay homage to a pair of mechanics who once lived here. And a key tree helps appease a restless spirit.
And there was a woman people called the Key Woman, and she collected keys. We kept having episodes with people losing their keys around here, and then we'd find them at the side of the hill, even if you hadn't been over there.
The house zigs and zags, and just meandering through it feels a bit like you're on safari.
This is what I call the little parlor room, and this room is a room that people kept seeing the outline of a gentleman that it turned out looked a lot like Mr. Purser.
Sightings of the original owner continue to fuel ghostly rumors.
Some people say it's haunted. I just think it's blessed with good things. I only allow good things in here.
From the kitchen, a very steep staircase leads to the second floor.
Yes, I think the oldest person that I've had get up those stairs was in his 90s, and I was holding my breath.
But once upstairs, Linda's ingenuity and sense of humor is everywhere. From the hot water tank disguised as a still, a nod to the bootleggers who called the place home right up to the 1960s, to the branch bed that was a Linda Collier and Mother Nature co-design. The sunroom is perhaps where the most baffling, unexplained phenomena occurred.
There were rags that would appear at my windows upstairs, and I never could find how anyone was coming in. Didn't understand that at all, because all that was out of order was there were rags out of my rag bag up at the windows.
Then a guest told Linda about a previous cave house occupant named Ella.
She was a dumpster diver and wore cloth all over her, and thus they called her the rag woman. Ella used to collect fabric, and after she washed it out, she would hang it up on the windows up there like curtains. And my hairs on my arm just stood up.
Many Tulsans feel a kinship with the legendary landmark on Charles Page Boulevard. Some go so far as to bring items to the house that they just feel belong here.
I did have someone donate a big box of bones to me here last week. They left them on the doorstep with a big axe.
For whatever reason, love of history or just the sheer weirdness of the place, people continue to be intrigued by Tulsa's Cave House. And thanks to Linda's I've always wanted to see inside tours, your most deep-seated curiosities can finally be put to rest. In Tulsa, I'm Shel Wagner.
Well, don't run off, because we have some more spooky destinations for you.
What?
Can I close that thing back up?
Fine. Boo.
Are you still looking for the perfect Halloween costume or maybe some decor for your ghoulish gathering? We're going to take you shopping when AAA's Discover Oklahoma continues in just 2 short minutes.
Thanks for all your help.
Hey, babe, what you doing?
Oh, I just switched our insurance over to AAA.
Why? We've been with our guys for years.
I know, but I met with the agent, and she showed me how AAA could match our coverage and save us money by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Really? Well, did we get a discount? I mean, we've been with those guys for years.
Yes, and with the extra money we saved, I was thinking we could take that second honeymoon we've always talked about.
Hey, I'm all about that.
So, with all the travel discounts we get for being AAA Oklahoma members.
Well, I do have some vacation time I need to take.
Oh, good, because our room is right on the ocean.
You already booked it.
I did.
What are you guys up to?
Nothing. We're just getting some dinner started.
When are you leaving?
AAA Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
Welcome back. AAA Oklahoma makes this show possible and does a lot of other great things around our state. Here's a look at today's AAA.
Hello, Chuck May here with AAA Oklahoma. One of the leading causes of crashes on the road today is distracted driving. Now that everybody texts as a way to communicate, many feel obligated to text while driving. In fact, drivers who text are 23 times more likely to crash or get into a near-crash situation than drivers who are not texting. Texting drivers take their eyes off the road, their hands off the wheel, and their minds off of what they should be doing, driving. That's why AAA strongly supported House Bill 1316 to make texting while driving illegal in the state of Oklahoma. Though the bill didn't pass this year, AAA is determined to ultimately see an anti-texting law passed. It's against the law to drink and drive. It should be against the law to text while driving. Be smart. Don't text and drive. Until next time, may the road lead you to exciting new discoveries. Whether it's insurance, travel, or peace of mind on the road, think AAA every day.
AAA, for the ones who matter most to you.
You know, this really is not a bad look for you.
Maybe I'll have Scotty at Frontier City paint me up for every show.
Not every show, but maybe Halloween, because you can't dress up the same every Halloween.
But what if you don't have somebody like that to paint your face and give you that perfect Halloween look? Not to worry, because we have a few tricks up our sleeves. For months, the crew at Dillon Importing in Oklahoma City has been shipping Halloween gear out all over the country. The third-generation business is a huge supplier of novelty items for all different occasions, but Halloween is definitely the big one. Some of the items that Dillon Importing handles winds up next door at Party Galaxy, also a third-generation business owned by a different branch of the Dillon family. Despite what the Christmas carols say, Mike Dillon says this is the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, for us it's Christmas and New Year's and everything else rolled all into one.
Party Galaxy has endless rows of costumes, party gear, and accessories, from huge big-as-life Halloween displays to gallons of fake blood. Costumes are everywhere, and while some old favorites are always good, like zombies and Batman and Robin, in this business it's a constant search for the next big thing.
We shop a lot of markets around the country, and we stay on top of all the licensed products, what's on television, what's at the movies, what the kids are into. Stay on top of that stuff because those are usually pretty good predictors of what costumes and what costume accessories are going to be hot for that season.
That's why Iron Man 2 was a pretty good bet for this year, but what about next year?
I'm working on next year already. We get most of the buying for Halloween out of the way by January, and then we'll kind of fill in the details as other movies start to look like they're going to do really well. We'll fill in with some costumes here and there and adjust things out and try to have everything wrapped up by the 1st of July.
And you thought costumes were just a Halloween thing. Nope, Party Galaxy has 8 stores open year-round in Oklahoma City, 3 more during Halloween, and 1 store in Stillwater. Well, that's our show for this week. Thanks to all of our friends and fiends out here at Frontier City for getting us painted up for Fright Fest.
It's been a lot of fun. In fact, you can also come out here for Fright Fest tomorrow because you get in some last-minute screams. It wraps up tomorrow. How about a scary scream?
Was that good?
Better, yeah.
Sorry, Walt. Next week, we're vacationing at the State Capitol Complex, starting with a tour of the Governor's Mansion with our special guest host, Governor Mary Fallin.
And we'll dine at an eatery popular with the Capitol crowd, Jamil's Steakhouse.
Then we'll introduce you to the artist behind The Guardian, the Capitol Dome's crowning glory.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.